we want to talk about vaccines. Are there a lot available and people aren't getting them, or what do we need? What do we need people to know right now?
So the very first walk-up site for vaccines in the state, meaning you just show up and you can get it. You don't wait. You don't need to get an appointment ahead of time, is at Colorado State Fairgrounds in Pueblo. And it's open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you can just show up and you'll get one. And we're really excited about that. There'll be more sites like that over the next week or two. That's the first. For the Broadmoor World Arena, you need an appointment. But guess what? There's plenty of them available. Go to centura.org/vaccine. And you can set up an appointment at the Broadmoor World Arena. They're also available at pharmacies across El Paso and Pueblo counties, but those are much smaller sites. But we're able to do thousands a day at these large sites, and it's so easy. I hear from everybody. I went there, I was home, it took 15, 20 minutes, all done. You don't even have to get out of your car. So it's really getting easier and easier, and that's only gonna happen more in the future to get these safe, highly effective, life-saving vaccines and the pandemic and the risk, protect yourself and others.
And should we be concerned that FEMA took over that site, or how should we be feeling about that? And do we anticipate more takeovers of sites or more clinics like that opening up?
Yeah, so we kind of always are working and hustling to get Colorado more vaccines. So with FEMA running it, they bring their own vaccine in addition to the state supply. So that's why we brought them in, one of a dozen or so sites across the country where they bring in their own supply, 22,000 additional vaccines a week that Colorado gets administered by FEMA at the Colorado State Fairgrounds.
Okay, that makes sense. So nationally and in the state at the Denver site, we've had some issues with Johnson & Johnson, although rare, but we are having issues there. We have the pause on Johnson & Johnson. And then we've had the Dr. Moma Clinic issues here in Colorado Springs. And so what would you like to get out to the public, now that we have these kind of stories in the headlines?
Well, over 2 million Coloradans have gotten their vaccine already, which is amazing. With an operation that large, there's bound to be issues. And I'm glad that the inspectors from CDPHE caught the issues at the Colorado Dr. Moma, and now they're no longer doing it, and everybody will be rescheduled and able to do it. This has been, we have over 1,400 partners delivering shots across the state, 180 equity clinics. We're in church parking lots. We have 2 mobile units. We need to make it convenient. We get that. Not everybody knows how to go online and sign up or wants to go through that. They want it, in their neighborhood, and they're going to wait until they get it. So it's an exciting time. It's a hopeful time, but of course, there's challenges and road bumps across the way. But we're ready for whatever they throw at us. We're hopeful that Johnson & Johnson will be back in about a week. Frankly, we need all 3 tools that are available to end this pandemic. And so far, everything we see is that these are extremely rare side effects, 1 in a million type stuff. I mean, to put things in perspective, the virus has killed 1 in every 600 Americans. I mean, this is what we've had this last year. 1 in 600 Americans who were alive at the beginning of the year, last year, have died from the virus. Here we're talking about one in a million side effect that is usually even treatable, frankly, if they diagnose it correctly.
Yeah, with that one, I was wondering, because it sounded like 18 to 48-year-old women. And so I was wondering, out of those 7 million, how many fit that group? But I guess that's sort of what they're researching right now, and we can figure out those numbers.
It is. And it's your guess as good as mine whether they open it up to everybody, or they just say it's men for J&J, right, or they just say it's older women and men. I mean, we'll be following, FDA, CDC. If I were there, I'd probably make the calls differently. I'd say we'd still make J&J available. I hear from people. I know the risk is 1 in a million. I still want to get it, because I don't want 2 shots. And but they got the information. We'll let them make the call, and we'll do the best to operationalize it in Colorado.
Right. And so back to Dr. Moma's clinic, a lot of people are wondering why this office was given the authority to hold vaccine clinics. And is there incentive for these places to hold these clinics?
So the vaccines are free to everybody. There's no copay. There's no fee. There's over 1,400 different providers across the state. There were issues reported with them. There were state inspectors that went out and they got closed down. I think we heard from people who had gone there that had that experience. They, like others, self-certified that they were doing the techniques. They signed saying we are doing the proper storage, we're doing everything else. It turned out they weren't, and thankfully we caught that. It could have been sooner, but at least it wasn't later, and we prevented more damage from being done and people thinking they were vaccinated when in fact they weren't.
So it came out today that Dr. Moma's is pointing fingers at the health department, saying that they never were inspected, that the health department didn't inspect them. What do you know about that? And our reporter was doing the story yesterday. We didn't hear back from the health department until 10:30 at night. When we know they're very busy, but are they overwhelmed right now? And do you think that a possible lack of transparency here is leading to a lack of public confidence?
Well, they were inspected. That's how they were. This was found out. They were investigated. They were found to be non-compliant, and then notices went out to all of the people, and they were closed down. So of course they were inspected. That's how they were closed down. Maybe you said they should have been inspected earlier. The inspectors are out there doing this full time. So we have 1,400 different sites across the state. Of course, every day, every week, every site can be visited by inspectors. And they're doing what they need to do. I mean, they're out there every day, wasting no time. I think this one was found out because there were reports from people who had been there saying this didn't look right. I mean, there's something here. And then the inspectors went out and found out that that was true, that the storage protocols were not met, shut them down.
So are you encouraging people, if they notice something, to come forward, because you guys can't be everywhere at every moment?
Absolutely. That's the best way we're going to find out about something. If it looks fishy, if it looks like the vaccines aren't stored properly or in not being done correctly, do it. There's medical supervision at all of these sites. It's a pretty simple thing to do, to give a shot. That's why the pharmacies, the large scale sites, it's going to be done right? You go to Broadmoor World Arena, you go to the Colorado State Fairgrounds, you go to Walgreens, CVS. It's going to be done right. But we knew we needed to partner with more people than just that too. We can't just do that. So there's a lot of partners out there. They're people of goodwill. They know how to get it done, and doesn't require that they're full doctors. To be clear, you don't to give a shot. You can be a phlebotomist. You can be a nurse. You can be a nurse, an esthetician. You can be a lot of things. As long as you're qualified to give people any vaccine, you're qualified to give people this vaccine.
Do these places get paid by the state to hold? Like, why would they want to have that on top of their regular business? Are they incentivized at all?
No, the state's not paying. The only ones that we're involved with are the large sites. So Broadmoor World Arena, it's run by Centura. You can sign up at centura.org/vaccine. We had a competitive bidding process. Centura put in the winning bid to run that site. FEMA is running the Colorado State Fairgrounds site. So we have 6 of those large sites across the state. And then we're involved with partnering for these temporary pop-up equity sites in church parking lots and at youth centers across the state. We're involved with partnering to get those done as well.
Do you think there is a problem with public confidence right now? Why are we have appointments available? Why are we having to even have this conversation right now?
Yeah, I think it's because people don't know that they're available. I think it got this buzz a week or two ago. Oh, I can't get in. It'll probably be May. And guess what? We have plenty of slots available. You don't even, if you can go to Colorado State Fairgrounds, 7 days a week between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. You don't even need an appointment, and you'll get it within 15, 20 minutes. Boom, no line, no wait. If you go at 5 or 6 p.m., there might be like a 40-minute wait, half an hour wait because it's rush hour. But any other time, no wait. Broadmoor World Arena, you can sign up. There's like thousands of slots available over the next few days, the next week. Centura.org/vaccine. And then, of course, many people, their local Safeway, their local CVS, their local Walgreens. Some have slots and some don't. But I think that's the biggest message right now is that what you might have heard a week or two, oh, I'll never get in. You can get in. You can get in tomorrow. You can get in this weekend. Sign up, do it. You don't even need to sign up if you go to the Colorado State Fairgrounds, and get protected here. We're of an upsurge of COVID right now in Colorado. Hospitalizations are at the highest point they've been in almost 3 months. We're about 120 more hospitalizations from COVID than we were just 2 or 3 weeks ago. So take this opportunity to get protected.
So we were talking about mid-May earlier for everyone who wants to get vaccinated, being vaccinated. What happens then? Is there a percentage that you're looking at in the state? What happens if everyone gets vaccinated and you don't like the amount,
Yeah,
especially in
well,
El Paso?
There's a small group of people that just don't like vaccines. They're vaccine resistant. They just don't like them, and they're gonna be at risk of measles and rubella and COVID, and that's their decision. But that's a very small group. I think that's only a few percent of people. But there's another 20-30% where I just say they're kind of vaccine hesitant or vaccine lazy. They're like, yeah, I'll probably get it someday. And it's like going to the dentist. I mean, you don't want to go to the dentist, and you put it off, but you still have that tooth problem you need to have. So I think you need to make it convenient and easy. if they're going in to pick up their prescription in a pharmacy and they see it's right there, maybe they'll get it, or they go to the grocery store and they see it's available, they'll get it. But they're not going to go out of their way to like find it or sign up for it. That's who we have to really reach to successfully end the pandemic.
So is there a percentage that you want of Coloradans?
Yeah, we'd like to be between 70 and 80% of Coloradans vaccinated. That's age 16 and up. We also are very hopeful that it'll be approved for age 12 to 15 before school starts in the fall. And those trials have already been submitted to the FDA. They're reviewing them, but I'm hopeful that by July, we'll have that available for 12 to 15-year-olds as well.
Yeah, and speaking of schools, Fort Lewis College in Durango is making vaccines mandatory. Do you anticipate requiring that for K through 12 for our public schools?
There's nothing is mandatory, to be clear, but you opt out of it. I mean, it's the same way that you have other vaccines. So if a parent doesn't want it, they say, I don't want my kid to get, the measles or COVID. But yeah, once it's approved, it'll be the default. Everybody should get it. But obviously not everybody's going to want it, and that's fine. Again, you generally reach, especially among kids, you usually get 95% of them that have had the shots that they need. I have a 9-year-old and a 6-year-old. They got the shots they needed. That's what most parents do because they care about protecting their kids' health. But there's always a few that have religious or philosophical objections, and that's their business.
Mm-hmm. Well, and this one's still emergency. So would this have to be fully authorized by the FDA in order to have it mandatory for schools?
Well, Fort Lewis did. I mean, I think you're going to see different school districts making different decisions. I think what Fort Lewis had is they had a lot of parents who send their kids there and students saying, I'm not coming back unless I know the other kids are vaccinated. I get that. So, you'll have that pressure on school boards, on governing boards of colleges, and they'll all be making their decisions.
Okay. So you'll leave it up to the districts, it sounds like.
Well, it's always up to the districts to do that kind of thing. So, I mean, they have their health protocols, and they have to submit paper. The state tracks where the vaccination rates are, because we needed to follow outbreaks. Like when there's a mumps or measles outbreak, it's very different if it's a school with only 60% vaccination coverage versus 95. But 60%, we know that it'll affect several dozen kids. If it's 95, it peters out after the one kid has it. So we always track that sort of thing, not by student identifier. We don't care about which student has it, which doesn't, just by the aggregate data of the percentage of kids that have it at each site.
Okay. So we are on the rebound from this pandemic. That's what our series is. We're working to rebound, to get back to normal. We have the All-Star game coming. More places are going to be opening up. What are your thoughts on a vaccine passport for Colorado?
Well, I would say right now, if you've been vaccinated, you can have confidence in resuming your normal life. And that means fully vaccinated, right? That means you've had the 2 shots of Pfizer and Moderna, and then 2 weeks after the second shot, you're immune, or the 1 shot of Johnson & Johnson, 2 weeks after that, you're immune. If you haven't been vaccinated, it's actually more dangerous now than it was just 2 or 3 months ago, because the virus is prevalent. There's plenty of people that it spreads among that haven't yet had it and haven't been vaccinated. So that's why it's more important than ever to wear a mask, to avoid social gatherings with others until you can get successfully vaccinated. And you can do that tomorrow. If you go down to the Colorado State Fairgrounds, or you sign up for Broadmoor World Arena, or you go to your local pharmacy.
We have time for just 1 or 2 more questions.
I am at my last one right now. I timed this perfectly. Thank you, Victoria. So with the COVID dial retiring on Friday, do you anticipate recommending other guidelines? What are your expectations of the counties moving forward? We're already seeing all these counties saying we're going 100% open. Do you anticipate having to put more restrictions in place? What are your thoughts on this?
Well, the state is, what do we watch? We watch hospital capacity. If we exceed hospital capacity, then people won't get the care they need for a heart attack or stroke or cancer or COVID-19. Right now, there's extra space in the hospitals. So it's really a matter of individual responsibility. If people want to take that risk of being hospitalized and dying, they certainly can. Most people, until they're vaccinated, take the right precautions. And I see it across Colorado in every corner of our state, people taking that individual responsibility, wearing a mask, avoiding social gatherings, knowing that we're almost there. It's really just the last month or month and a half of these kinds of sacrifices to get us across the finish line.
Awesome. Is there anything else that you want to get out there or mention?